During KubeCon, Red Hat announced that they're going to be donating some of their container tools to the Cloud Native Computing Foundation. The tools include Compose FS, which is an overlay file system, and Builda, a tool which is used for building Open Container Initiative images and could only have been built in Boston. The biggest donation, though, has to be Podman. It's a set of container management tools that has been positioned over the years as an alternative to Docker. And Red Hat has really been using it as a way to train new users on the basics of containers. And if you just so happen to be using Podman as your training tool, then that means that whenever you start deploying them in the enterprise, you'll probably be using Podman as well. Now, Stephen, you were at KubeCon. What does the community think about these donations?
Well, first of all, I can say with confidence that the community very much appreciates Red Hat in the open cloud native world. In fact, there was a lot of buzz about the fact that Red Hat and IBM's general support for open source and the CNCF may be a template that other companies may follow, specifically companies that IBM is acquiring. I wonder who that could be. And that's pretty exciting. The other thing, of course, is that a lot of these folks use Podman. Everybody I talked to, was happy or about this topic, was happy to hear about it. I personally really enjoy Podman. I think that it's a really nice application as sort of an alternative to maybe a Docker desktop or something like that, as a way to manage all the running containers that you have. I love the fact that it's flexible. It can integrate with Kubernetes, yes, but it can also be used to manage other container engines, including, yes, Docker. So if you happen to have containers running in Kubernetes as well as in other engines, it's a great opportunity for you. And yes, it supports OpenShift if you're an OpenShift company. It's also just a kind of a nice, friendly application. The other thing about Podman, of course, is that it's not just a desktop environment. It also has command line options. And that, for me, is important because, to be honest, I don't use Docker Desktop. I am 100% command line, and I think a lot of folks like me are. And so there again, it's helpful to be able to build and run and share running containers and container instances. And now that it's an open source project in the hands of the CNCF, I think a lot of folks are going to be a lot more willing to integrate it into their environment. This is a critical need, as our research organization at Futurum and Techstrong have found that organizations really are trying to find skills to manage and orchestrate containers and support DevOps. And they found it difficult to do that. So a application like Podman that makes it easier for maybe less technical people to manage applications is a really good thing for the industry as well. So good job. Thank you, Red Hat. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what you open source in the next few months or throughout 2025.